Okay, so moving on to 7.2, you guys are getting really good at percents. Today we're going to look at how proportions make it so easy to find what percent one number is of another. And the way we write that is A is to B, right? So A is some part of B, as P is to 100, and P is the percent that we're looking for, okay? So B is the base, usually the bigger number. And we want to know what part A is of B, what percent A is of B. So let's look at the first example. It says, what percent of 20 is 1? Well, can you see which A and which number is A and which number is B? So B is the base, and A is 1. So we write 1 is to 20 as P, and you can use X if you want, as P is to 100. Okay? Now you can cross multiply like you were doing in the last chapter, or you can just look and say compare the denominators. To get from 20 to 100, I have to multiply by 5, so I have to do the same in the numerator. So therefore, P is 5%. So 1 is 5% of 20. Makes sense. Okay? What percent of 35 is 7? Okay, so can you think about which is A and which is B? If you're thinking 7 is A, it goes 7 over 35 is equal to P over 100, right? So shall we cross multiply, or can you think of another way to do it? Can you see that 7 and 35 are not relatively prime, and that 7 is the same as 1 over 5, 7 over 35 is the same as 1 over 5? So if you can see that, then it'll be a little bit faster for you, right? Because we know 5 goes into 100 20 times, so therefore P, our answer here, is 20%, right? Okay, so we're going to set up a proportion. This is the formula or the relationship that you need to know. You need to know that B is the base and A is some part of that base, okay? Now we might be looking for A, B, or P. In this case, we're looking for P, the percent. Joke? All right, so here it is up here again, the same handy formula that we want to keep using. All right, next question. What number is 24% of 200? Well, what do we know here? Do we know A, B, P? What are we looking for? Can you decide? Well, we know P. P is 24, right? Because P represents the percent. And we have the base, 200. So we're going to write A, that's our missing number, over 200 is equal to 24 over 100. Now we're writing 24% as 24 over 100. They're equivalent. So we're not going to put a percent sign next to our 24. Okay, so you can go ahead and cross multiply. There's a number of ways to do this. One way is to look at the relationship between the denominators. We know 100 times 2 will get us to 200, so we have to do the same thing with 24. And 24 times 2 is 48. So 48 is our answer. 48 is 24% of 200. Okay? Next question. 105 is 84% of what number? I want you to think about what we're looking for here. Are we looking for A, B, or P? Can you decide? Well, let's see. We've got P. P is 84. 105 is 84% of what number? It looks like we're looking for the base. We don't know what B is. Okay, so we write our 105 is to B as 84 is to 100. Okay, so let's cross multiply and use the calculator. So we know that 84 times B is equal to 105 times 100. And to multiply by 100, we're going to move the decimal place, which is now after the 5, 2 places. So we've got 84B here, okay? Now I'm just going to get out my calculator, and I'm going to divide both sides by 84. So I get, oops, some calculator's not turning on. I have to turn the smart ink off. Okay, so here we go. Working now? One more time. Okay, so 10500 divided by 84. Oops, get a division symbol. There we go. Okay, is 125. Goes in nice and evenly. So we know B is 125. So our answer is 125. Let's see if that makes sense. Does it make sense that 105 is 84% of 125? Yeah, that's a big chunk of it. 105 is a big chunk of 125, so 84% seems reasonable. Okay? Right. So, this little box up here, A over B is equal to P over 100 is what you need to remember. Okay? So we've looked at three kinds of problems. The first kind, find a percent. We're looking for P. The second kind, find a part of a base, means we're looking for A. And lastly, find the base, means we're looking for B. Okay? So put this relationship in your notes and know it, all right? Okay, that's it. Thank you.